ultima prezentare din concurs, iFactor, ca de la marketplace la marketplace, de această dată pe zona de factoring. Cosmin, succes!
Bună seara! Am văzut că se poate sta vreo 20 de minute, prezentarea mea numai vreo jumătate de oră. Nu glumesc, o să încerc să stau în 7 minute. Și la fel ca și Mihai, o să vă cer permisiunea să fac pitch-ul în limba engleză. I'm Cosmin and I founded iFactor. We are a fintech that operates in the alternative lending, SME lending segment. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've built 12 businesses in various domains in the last 20 years. Trebuie să mă uit în jos, îmi cer scuze că lumina e destul de puternică. It was always been a struggle to find the right financing for my small businesses. The financial crisis made it even worse. It was then when I realized that it's a problem worth solving. Therefore, we've built iFactor as a marketplace for SME loans, and as the first product we are developing, and we have developed a factoring marketplace. Actually, it's an invoice trading platform. Number one problem in the SMEs growth is the lack of financing, and this is because SMEs are looked at from the bank as microloans, combined with very high processing cost. Also, SMEs don't have enough collaterals for their loan applications. On the other hand, banks are facing unreliable scoring data for the risk analysis. Therefore, they have to cope with growing competition and difficulty to differentiate. And as you are bankers, you will understand that the SME segment is generating less and less money in the SMEs lending business. It's no wonder that banks are only on the third place as main source of funding for the SMEs. And the World Economic Forum says that 95% of the SMEs worldwide have insufficient access to funding, with the 245 million SMEs underbanked and over 2 trillion pounds funding gap worldwide. Based on this problem, we have created a B2B marketplace platform where the value proposition for the SMEs is that they can gain access to working capital by selling their outstanding invoices and convert it into liquidity. Also, they can use their account receivables to get loans, microloans. On the other hand, banks and investors have access to a new asset class that is on a short term, low risk and high yield with a low underwriting cost. You can look at iFactor as a platform, as a digital broker that doesn't take any balance sheet risk. So comparing with competitors that are financing on debt, we don't finance with our own money. We are having two sides, SMEs on one side and financial institutions and private investors on the other side. Also, by using iFactor platform, banks and investors have access to a proprietary technology infrastructure and decision support, which is fully aligned KYC, AML, and with a fully aligned fully aligned with regulations. On the other hand, the risk assessment is done under the concept of unadvised limits and pre-scored loans. By doing so, the banks and investors gain access to the attractive segment of non-bankable SMEs. On the other hand, iFactor gains access to a faster and cheaper cross-market scale. Being a marketplace, the platform operates based on an auction module. Um, the admission and the loan application or invoice upload, it's facilitated also with processes involving innovative proprietary technologies like artificial intelligence and also programmatic other technologies. On the other hand, we are also using the concept of robo officer using RPA. We are also funded with a grant of 3.1 million euro from the EU to build an advanced KYC DLT technology. And most important, we are developing as we speak and a product which is called iFactor Pure Analytics. It's an alternative data credit scoring, which is based on technologies of machine learning, working with data points, alternative data points from social media, digital footprint, psychometry, and mobile telecommunications. Of course, there is competition in the market. There are enough peer-to-peer platforms in the SME lending already, and they showed already their limitation in both default rates and capability of scaling cross markets. And that's mostly because on the peer-to-peer lending, the private individuals have limited capabilities of risk scoring for SMEs. And the credit risk metrics are totally different from market to market as the regulatory frame. What we are doing different, it's that we have combined and we have made a hybrid of a business model, which is combining B2B and P2B marketplace through the proprietary technology. And by doing so, once again, we have established players in each market, giving us the opportunity to have much faster cross-border scalability. We are now talking about the factoring market size, because this is a product that we have already deployed on the market. And we are looking towards the DACH region, which is in 2017 was over 261 billion euro market, and with a serviceable obtainable market for iFactor of 475,000 SMEs. The UK factoring market is huge, and we are looking towards UK. Actually, I've just come from London, and where I'm returning now, and we have already established offices in level 39 in the Canary Wharf. The team, it's extremely complementary, and we are coming from different domains of expertise. As I told you, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and for the last 20 years, it's the only thing that I've done. I've never been employed. My partner is Manuel Costescu, who has over 15 years experience in banking in JP Morgan. He was also working for McKinsey. And for the perspective of SMEs problems knowledge, he's also former deputy minister of SMEs in the technocrat government. He's now based in London. The technical guys are extremely valuable. Sebastian, he's a PhD pervasive computing in Java. Mihai, I'm working with Mihai, the CTO, for more than 20 years. Sorin Stan, he's AI master, and he's running the artificial intelligence workflow. Miruna Pokia, she's a PhD finance, and we have over this team of +4 technical guys and +4 operating people. We have launched last year in Beta Store as a partner in September 2018, and we are glad that Banca Transilvania found us not a competitor, but more a complementary product for something that they are already using in the market. And we also have a partnership with Banca Transilvania as a buyer of invoices and loan supplier for on the platform. And we also have some other players as NBFIs and other investors as buyers. We are also proud with many other partners. KPMG is one of our partners. Spherix Accelerator. We are proud that we are partnered with Henley & Partners in a citizenship based on investment program, which is run by Austrian government, and we are happy that we were approved as a vehicle for investment there. We also have the first application and as innovation license for fintech SME lending in DIFC Dubai for the UAE market. We've come far, and we have worked. We were established since 2016. The story actually starts a little bit earlier. Between 2014 and 2016, we have done research across continents from Asia to Europe and Middle East and the United States in search of such a business model, and especially for such a business concept that would be able to be built on an availability of scaling to many markets. Once again, this is most of the limitations of the marketplaces and SME lending, is that they are starting on one market, and then it's very hard to, they corner themselves by creating technology based on credit metrics or specific conditions on their homeland markets. We are looking to grow toward DACH market, as I was telling you, and a UK market. Very important is that we have applied and for SME instrument for 2.5 million euro grant for the scaling of the company, and therefore we are looking now for 1 million euro. Actually, we'll open the fundraise. We are keep talking for a while about fundraising in iFactor, but we haven't done it yet, only because we're trying to pilot the product, and we've managed to do that. It was harder than we were expecting. Still, the fundraise will be the co-financing for the project that we are applying with the SME instrument under the Horizon 2020 program. I want you to understand that iFactor is looking towards SMEs needs rather than a financial product, and that we are very engaged in today's and future technology and innovation rather than yesterday finance. This means that we are trying to use technology to change the paradigm of having SMEs financed. Thank you very much.
Mulțumim, Cosmin. Dacă aveți întrebări?
Cosmin, in the teasing part of your website, it says, for the investor part, seeking good rates of return on safe and short investments, question mark.
Sorry, I think that we could switch for Romanian if you would like.
Da, în secțiunea de teasing a website-ului scria în română, urmăriți randamente solide în investiții sigure și pe termen scurt. Asta înseamnă că aveți capital protection 100% sau e doar o scăpare?
Probabil că te referi la broșura pe care o downloadezi ca și investitor de pe platformă.
Pe site. Pe site. Pe site la investors, când se compară SMEs și investors. Și o întrebare, urmăriți randamente solide în investiții sigure și pe termen scurt?
Da,
alăturați-vă soluțiilor digitale și alegeți.
Înțeleg întrebarea. Există diverse modele pe care le practicăm în funcție de piețe și de legislația de acolo. În perspectiva pe care o avem în Austria, spre exemplu, AVS garantează, care este un organism asemănător FNGC IMM-ului din România, anumite etichete și anumite tipuri de scoring-uri pe care le aprobăm în platformă, le poate asigura până la un nivel de 80%. Ceea ce înseamnă că pentru investitor asta e aproape risk-free. 100% nu este nicio tranzacție asigurată și evident că încercăm să stăm și departe de acest model, deoarece Noi nu încercăm, așa cum în general băncile, datorită faptului că lucrează cu banii deponenților, au această limitare să evite pe cât posibil riscul. De asta și abordarea este de small corporates în loc de retail față de IMM-uri. Abordarea noastră este mai apropiată de ceea ce înseamnă a pune preț pe risc în loc de a-l evita total. Cred că este, din perspectiva mea și a colegilor mei, care, repet, sunt și bancheri, unul dintre partenerii mei, Hans Broekhuizen, a fost 35 de ani CRO, inclusiv în România la Royal Bank of Scotland. Am creat împreună cu el modelul de risc și unul dintre aspectele principale este că nu încercăm să existe totuși default zero, pentru că asta ar însemna că nu deschidem piață suficient.
Cine e contrapartida lui?
Contractul de finanțare, am colegul meu Tudor de la Legal care e aici, contractul de finanțare se semnează direct cu cumpărătorul creanței sau cel care oferă împrumutul. Repet, suntem un marketplace, ceea ce înseamnă că IMM-urile aplică și există o serie de cumpărători ai respectivului tichet care pot să finanțeze și atunci se face direct, dar e un contract tripartit în care efectiv noi suntem plasați ca un broker cu anumite responsabilități și
întrebam asta pentru că mai ales legislația românească nu e foarte prietenoasă pentru genul ăsta de tranzacții.
Da, avem anumite limitări din perspectiva finanțărilor de către persoane private, dar în România folosim un model în care hibridul sau mixul de cumpărători și de apetit de risc și de lichiditate vine de la bănci, așa cum spuneam, dar de asemenea și IFN-uri sau companii unde BNR-ul ne permite, dacă nu fac operațiuni cu titlu profesional, să cumpere creanțele respective. Mai există o mică limitare legată de a nu avea capitaluri atrase prin avansuri de la clienți, dar altfel, în principiu, orice SRL din România poate să cumpere o creanță de acolo.